Rhode Island's state government is launching a new real estate experiment offering plots of land for bargain basement prices. But there are some strings attached. The cheap land is only for farmers. Connecting Point's Stephanie Leiden brings us the story.
The future of Rhode Island farming may ride on the enthusiasm of people like Ben Torpy, a guy who grew up in the suburbs of New Jersey, went to Brown University in Providence, and now grows organic vegetables.
I've been fortunate enough to be able to find my way to having this be my job, which is, I feel really lucky.
Even though the work is hard, the pay is modest, and the 2 acres he farms aren't his. Along with a handful of other farmers, he leases land on this state-owned property. It's meant to be a kind of incubator, a place where new farmers launch their businesses before buying their own farms.
I haven't even looked for land to buy because it doesn't feel like a realistic possibility for me. What I see as enough land to grow food for 130 families, a developer would see as enough land to build 8 McMansions.
The booming real estate market has driven up prices to the point where Rhode Island now has the most expensive farmland in the country.
And so the farmers in the state have approached us and saying, we need help.
Ken Ayers runs Rhode Island's agriculture division, which is about to launch a first-of-its-kind program to buy farms at the going rate and then sell them at an agricultural rate. That means if a farm is worth, say, $1 million, a farmer could get it for $200,000.
We want these entrepreneurs, these spirited people who want to build an agricultural business in Rhode Island to stay here and not to have to leave to find cheaper land in some other state.
And while farmers will get a deep discount, the state will retain the development rights. The idea is to make sure the land stays a farm. Of course, land alone doesn't guarantee a farmer will be successful. And critics, like Rhode Island State Representative Sherry Roberts, say by owning the development rights, the state will deprive farm families of something they may need to stay financially afloat.
They cannot later go and separate that and build a house of their own and sell it and make more money. It's not fully their property to do whatever they want. And that's the issue I have with it.
But to Ben Torpy, giving up development rights seems like a small price to pay for something he values even more than ownership: the security of knowing the land he's cultivated for years will continue to be his to farm.
A number of my friends have been kicked off of land after putting a lot into the soil, and you can't get that. You can't take the soil with you.
Helping new farmers establish roots is part of Rhode Island's larger strategy to increase food production. Right now, this tiny state produces a tiny amount of its own food, about 1%.